Again, welcome to the Lucha Lounge. This is a very special 6-month retrospective. But it's more than that, people. It's more than that. The Lucha Lounge, you get much more. It's also going to have story time. And also hype up some upcoming videos. All in one video, imagine that. 6 months, March 17th, 2007. Is when I first filmed anything and put it on YouTube. And that's right there. You see a link. My first vlog. Check it out. Also on that side is my match with BJ Turner. Also filmed on March 17th, 2007 at PCW in Arlington, Texas for the Jeffrey Yawls benefit show. Deion Sanders was there. Not that I really cared. You see, about 4 or 5 days previous, I was going to the viewing as well as going to the funeral of my best friend. Well, best friend's just one description to give her. But her name was Ashley Janae Tavia Stone. And she passed away on March 8th, 2007. And if you've been on my MySpace, you see blogs to her, or actually about her. But there's a tribute video also. Now, Shadow Math asked me about my thought process going into a match. So that's story time aspect. March 17th. I wasn't knowing if I was in the mood to wrestle because on the 13th I had just been at my friend Ashley's funeral, and not only had I lost my best friend and the love of my life and all of that, I had also lost my valet, part of my act, and a part of my act that I was going to bring to Booker's. Ironically enough, shortly before she passed, I was contemplating it, and me and her had talked about it. Bringing her up to Booker's, having him look at the package deal, see if he liked it, because I thought the DeMarco Tavia show was an entertaining show. Guy and girl, both attractive. The dynamic, she did her job very well. She entertained, and she added to my overall thing. And I really hadn't performed in front of a crowd without her, and at least not there. Now, I'd been at PCW the week prior for the tribute video again, but I was really unsure if I wanted to wrestle because I didn't know if I could go out there and perform, put on a show for the people, and give them what they were coming to see. And I felt like I performed pretty well for them in the past, so I had that pressure. On top of that, I was pretty upset. Ashley had been part of that company, and I didn't really feel like they were paying enough attention to what had happened to her. But from a business standpoint, I understood that the news media was there to cover this Deion Sanders charity show. And again, I wasn't really worrying about that. No offense to Deion or to PCW, but I was laying to rest, had just laid to rest on what I cared about. But at the funeral, BJ Turner, who I've known for like 6-7 years, known him more or less since I broke in. We've been part of the same group of guys. We've traveled together. I consider him really a true and honest friend in this business, and I respect him immensely for his in-ring ability. He tends to challenge me, and I would like to think I bring out stuff in him. So we've always had great chemistry. And he had recently quit PCW for his own personal reasons. But at the funeral, he told me that he had talked to Richard Hill about coming to do the show for me. And so going into this match, we had talked about a couple of ideas. It was going to be a very competitive match, but our whole thought process was just to give him a show. But it was hard even walking into the arena, and I really didn't know what to think. I was still pretty numb from everything, and I didn't really know. But to wrestle with BJ for potentially the last time at PCW, especially for him, I thought, great. You know, that we had a match before I had left, which tore down the house. It was a weapons of mass destruction match. And PCW again, I didn't really feel like I was being selfish at that point, I guess, because I was mourning this girl, and I wanted them to say something about it, bring it up. But they didn't, and really didn't know. So as I walked out of the curtain, I didn't do a normal entrance. I was trying to soak it in and see if I could get myself to do it. And if you watch the video, and watch it again after this, but when I circle around the ring, I'm debating whether I'm going to wrestle or not. And I told BJ if I was good, I'd go to extend my hand, and then we'd go on with the match. And getting in there, people hadn't seen me for about 3 or 4 months. So, you know, I'm sure, and some knew what was going on, most of them knew. But I had a lot of friends there that were watching, and I didn't know still. And when I finally went to extend my hand, it was time. And luckily for me, BJ hits hard, and he woke me up, more or less. He got me into the match, and we made very quick work of it. But I really highly respect him for just that. And I do respect the fact that I was allowed, given the opportunity to go out there and perform. But at the same time, I've always felt, to a degree, that PCW just wanted to kind of sweep under the rug what had happened with Ashley. I don't blame them, but when it's a personal thing, when you put the emotions behind it, I do blame them. But aside from that, this match is very important to me because I did get to perform in PCW. I got to perform with one of my best friends, a guy I truly respect, a guy that, like I said, he really challenged me. And I hope everyone liked the match. My next videos will probably cover my views of the companies out there, probably starting with ROH, going to TNA, WWE, and then the Texas indie scene, because that's about the only indie scene I know. But I'll probably have 4 videos, all in separate times, probably starting after the ROH pay-per-view that's coming up. But, oh yeah, P.S. For any of the guys who view this, who liked it, who want to see more of it, let me know by sending me a message and allowing me to put my video as a response to one of yours, especially if you get a lot of views. That way, we kind of work with each other. Just let me know, send me a message. All right, thanks.